Warning: Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
So what I'm saying now is that you're going to have this massive influx of immigrants into the country that are better equipped. They don't have your legacies. They don't have your disadvantages. They're walking across the border. They're going to get a free lunch. They don't have to pay dues. But you got public policies in this country that are equating them to black folk. They're equating them to black, and what we've allowed them to do, starting in 1970, is to wrap themselves in black folks' suffering and pretend somehow they suffered along with black folk. And therefore, whatever program is created under this misguided label called minority, that they are equal to you and over you. And we're going to deal with that whole concept of minority in a few minutes too.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Even if you are subscribed, please make sure to check and make sure that you're still subscribed, because YouTube has been on that BS. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm, get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, welcome back. It's good to see you all. I want to talk about a few things. First and foremost, in case you haven't heard, Tariq Nasheed went and created a TikTok account. And he went on TikTok and he started engaging with several people in several lives. Family, I didn't get to see the original. Well, I saw it, but I didn't see it at the time that it was taking place. But I didn't get to see it at the time that it was taking place. However, during this time, after seeing what took place, because I ended up seeing it later on, I say, you know what? Let me go on TikTok and see let's see if anybody responded or if anybody did any videos or anything like that. Family, I opened up TikTok and I didn't even have to type in Tariq's name. When I say it was video clip after video clip after video clip of different folks, whether it being the Tethers talking about Tariq, whether it's being the scam Africans talking about Tariq and foundational Black Americans, and even down to some people within the indigenous community who don't think we should be calling ourselves Black. Family, this has been a hilarious situation. And if you want some comedy, you want to go and check that out, I believe you absolutely should. Now, I must apologize because I had a whole lot of clips brought up for this broadcast today. When I got back from work, I guess I had a power outage or something like that, because my computer was completely turned off. I had to restart it, everything. All the dang clips because usually what happens is I pull them out of my email, I put them on my computer here, and then what I'll do is I'll delete those emails so that I'll save space in my email or whatever. Well, God dang it. When it restarted my computer, all of those videos that I had set up disappeared. And I tried going back into my email, and I could still find some of the clips that I was going to show. However, I have backup, so that's not even a problem. However, there was one clip that was very important for me to show you guys today, and I'm going to go back in my trash and see if I can find that while I play the first video that I have for you guys here today. So, first thing I wanted to talk about was these tethers, because like I said, the tethers has been going crazy left and right, especially ever since Tariq jumped on TikTok. These folks are running around. Now everybody can talk to him one-on-one. So all the Tariq is your leader. People are telling them, well, go tell that to Tariq. He's on live right now. Go talk to Tariq. And these folks are going in there having conversations with Tariq, and just like on Twitter or X, they're getting spanked left and right. And when I mean getting spanked, they are getting spanked. But then it brought me back to a thought process. This video is making its rounds again, but I actually spoke on this video when it first dropped. I think it was actually it dropped in 2020 around that time. I spoke on this around 2021 when I started seeing all these people coming out with the same type of talking points. But there's this video that I'm going to show that basically proves everything that we in the New Black Media have been saying when it comes down to these tethers, that many of them are just disingenuous. Many of them are being paid. Many of them were targeting us using funds from outside of America. So I want to get into that today. And while I play this clip, I will find the other clip I wanted to show you guys, because that clip is very important. However, before we get there, let's get to what I usually do here, family. Got to give a B1 salute, shalom, and a shout out to our family, Jesse Paris. Much love to you. Reparations Nation, Aquarius Minded. William Errant, my brother, much love to you. Maxwell Jenkins in the building. Our brother Reef is in the building. AO is in the building. DSA1 is also in the building. Much love to all of you. Our sister Anita Harrell is in the building. Much love to you. Our sister Cooking with Miss D is in the building, as well as Priscilla Taylor. Tasting Teas with Tony is in the building. Much love to all of you. Affectionate Earth. Class ZK is in the building. Much love to you. Our sister Kara Clark is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our brother John Son is in the building. FLA Trucker 1024 in the building. Much love to you. Joseph Word is in the building. Much love to you. Our sister Felicia Haywood is in the building. Much love to you, sister. Thank you for being here. Shelly Rance is in the building. Much love to you. Zavon Scott is in the building. Much love to you. Our brother Black Truth United is in the building. Much love to you and shout out to you. And thank you for your Cash App donation, my brother. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. And to everybody who's not in the chat, shout out to you. And everybody who's going to catch this on the replay, shout out to you. Let's start out with this clip here that CNN actually ended up doing in or around 2020, 2021, that actually speaks about these basically Ghanaian internet farms that has been targeting foundational Black Americans since before, well, after Biden got into office. Shout out to Jay Lynn. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. As well as Randall Robinson in the building. Much love to you. Let's start off here, family.
Thousands of miles from the frosty streets of St. Petersburg, This is a new hub for Russia's infamous trolls. A CNN investigation has found that Accra, Ghana was the launch pad for an online operation to stoke racial tensions and stir up social unrest in the US ahead of the 2020 election. On Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, hundreds of accounts churned out posts about issues such as racism and police brutality in the US.
For months now, we've been investigating this network of trolls targeting African Americans, and now we've actually come here to Ghana to try to get the full story.
In the run-up to our journey, we had discovered that all of the accounts were connected to an NGO called Eliminating Barriers for the Liberation of Africa, known as EBLA or EBLA. Looking at the website, it was clear something was off. Parts of it still had dummy text. It was impossible to make an actual donation. And most mysteriously, one of the photographs had a Russian file name. Though the group claimed to be focused on issues like poverty in Ghana, its employees posted almost exclusively about the US. Some used incendiary language. America's descent into a fascist police state continues. Someone needs to take that senator out. Often they posted on real US groups, an attempt to gain legitimacy and build an audience. Many even implied they were in America. We all are sick and tired of the violence that's taking place in our communities. In reality, they were here, in a nondescript house on the outskirts of Ghana's capital.
This is the compound where the operation has been based. There's no sign for an NGO. We're about an hour outside of the city, and you can see this is a very secluded residential area. And people here have been telling us that about 3 weeks ago, Ghanaian security services showed up here, raided the building, and no one's been back since.
Sources in Ghana's national security tell
Before we let it continue, family, do you believe that no one's been back since, or do you believe they just moved the operations? Let's continue.
CNN that all of EBLA's funding came from Russia. After the raid, the accounts went quiet for a few days. Then on Instagram, the group changed their handle names and started posting again. We're heading out now to meet one of the EBLA employees. They don't actually know the CNN is coming to this meeting, but we're desperately hoping they might be able to give us some more information about how the NGO works and who might be behind it. After some discussion about their safety, the employee agrees to talk to us, provided we keep her identity hidden. We sit down in a secure location. She tells us she was hired in September of 2019 and had no idea she would be working as a Russian troll.
Tell me more about your training.
So we were trained to use relevant hashtags. So if I'm posting about Black Lives Matter, I shouldn't add a hashtag about probably Beyonce.
The 16 employees were each given different areas to focus on: racism, police brutality, feminism.
Initially, your success is measured by the number of people you reach. But most importantly, you have to get followers, all right?
The tactics are strikingly similar to those used by Russia's Internet Research Agency, known as the IRA, ahead of the US presidential election in 2016. The aim? To pit Americans against each other and create mistrust of the political system. Run by Yevgeny Prigozhin, a close associate of President Putin, the IRA was later sanctioned by the US. This time, the Russians appear to be outsourcing some of their troll networks, offering plausible deniability. The employee tells us her boss was a South African who called himself Mr. Amara.
He said he was a passionate person about helping people.
Did you know if Mr. Amara spoke any languages other than English?
According to what I heard, he spoke Russian.
But Mr. Amara is not South African. In fact, he is not Mr. Amara at all. CNN has learned his real name is Seth Waredu, and he is Ghanaian. Weredu has worked and studied in Russia for many years. Months after starting the Ghana operation, he opened a second branch in Nigeria. In January of this year, Ebla even posted a job on LinkedIn in Charleston, South Carolina. The raid by Ghana's security services did not stop Weredu. On our last day in Accra, we find out that he has organized a secret meeting of employees on a university campus. He tells them to create more accounts and promises they will get paid soon. As the meeting finishes, we approach him wearing a hidden camera and greet him in Russian.
Извините, подождите, пожалуйста. Здравствуйте. Seth. Hi.
Yeah.
My name's Clarissa Ward. I work for CNN. Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm fine.
I just had a couple of questions for you about Ebla
Okay.
and why you posted this job in the U.S. in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, but it's actually so strange for someone to come and ask you about EVLA right now. So I don't know how much I can be of help to you.
You're aware that there's a presidential election in November.
No.
You're not aware of that?
I know there's one in Ghana.
How long have you been working for the IRA, for the troll factory
What troll factory?
in St. Petersburg, Russia? So,
Well, I don't know. I don't know what IRA is, so I can't say that I'm working for IRA.
so why do you call yourself Mr. Amara and say that you're South African?
I just think it's my own personal something. Everyone can call themselves anything that they want. Anyone can transform it into whatever they want.
Yeah.
I'm protected by God.
Okay.
I'm doing this for him. I'm doing this for my own people. So,
But you're actually doing it for Russia,
that's a
so
big statement
you
to
might
make
want to
right
explain to God that there was a mix-up.
He repeatedly denies running a Russian troll factory, and with that, our conversation ends.
Here he comes.
Moments later, we see Weredu drive off in a red Mercedes. Wherever his money comes from, he seems to be doing well. The room where Ebla's trolls once sat now stands empty, but similar operations out there may be ramping up as efforts to influence the 2020 election continue. Clarissa Ward, CNN, Accra, Ghana.
All right, family, that was that. And that's what we've been dealing with. We've been dealing with the same old trolls. So when we were speaking about how these people are given talking points, you're seeing it for yourself. When we said these people are being paid to be obtuse, you see why. These folks are sitting inside of a room, just like in Asia. They got their little internet farms too, where they got their little a bunch of different phones on the wall, trolling on TikTok and on the internet. They do that there too. But this is where we've been seeing all this energy come from. Situations such as this. So I wanted to play that video clip because it's going to give a little insight into the other videos that we're going to be going through. And thank the Most High and the heavens above that, God dang it, I found that clip that I was looking for. So I will be able to show you that. Yay. But let me go ahead and give a shout out, a B1 salute to Miss Me in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our brother Willie McKinley in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here as well. Poppy Papa or Papa Poppy Derek, excuse me. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. As well as our sister Patricia Green in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our brother still Kevin Trees is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. And FBA Yuta is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Now, before we go forward, since we're going to be going almost 1,000 miles an hour, and give me a second to finish putting this together, let's go here before we go to the tethers. We got to remind everybody what we represent and who we need to be supporting. Let's go.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support FBA and B1 businesses. Hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
All right. Shout out to our good brother, Black Truth United, as always, for all of his good work with that B1 Rolodex. Now, family, now that we didn't had a breather, all right, we had a breather. Let's jump into the tether rhetoric and nonsense. You have been forewarned. Let's go.
So I was watching this video this girl made who said that if you're an African, don't go to an HBCU, an historically Black university, college and university, because you will get bullied. If you're African, you will get bullied. And that brings me back to how, yes, it's okay to acknowledge that you are an African American and your culture stems from that. But just know that you come from somewhere. You come from somewhere. Like, that's the thing. And I feel like these FBAs, the foundational Black Americans, are not realizing that they are not going to be afforded the grace that Italians and the Irish and the white Jews were.
First and foremost, woman, what in the hell makes you think that we want the grace of the Italian, the Irish, or anybody else? We don't give a damn about them. In the very same way, we don't give a damn about the Anglo-Saxon Nabisco. All of them Nabiscos we have nothing to do with. It is you guys that believe that you can come over and get afforded the same treatment as an Italian, as a freaking Irishman, or anything else. It's you guys. All we want is to be left the hell alone. Leave us to our own devices. Pay us our reparations. Give us our anti-Black hate crime bill. Give us our transformative Black agenda. And leave us the hell alone. We don't want to be nowhere near these people. We don't want to be treated like these people. We just want people to leave us the hell alone. And I don't know why these tethers, in their minds, think that they're teaching us lessons that they're just now learning. How are you trying to teach me a lesson that you learned at my school? Let me say that again for the tethers in the back. How are you trying to teach me a lesson that came from my lesson plan? These folks are truly sick, and they're really showing me that they're doing someone else's bidding. You're not just going to make nonsensical statements continuously over and over and over and over if someone isn't giving you those nonsensical statements to make over and over and over. I used to think it was a comprehensive listening problem. They didn't have any comprehensive skills. But now I'm seeing it's not just about them being unable to understand what is being said. No. That would be giving them too much leeway. At this point in time, I am dead set on the fact that these people are getting paid to do this. They're getting tossed paperwork I want you to read line for line, bar for bar. And that's why whenever we could bring up scholarship, we can bring up ancestral information, we can pull information out of Smithsonian, but yet these folks will only do one thing and one thing only: revert back to that page that has those talking points on it. That's it. That's all. And for us, we feel like we're talking in circles, which we are. And for them, they're doing a damn job. But you know what we got to play for this type of nonsense?
Send in the clowns.
Let's let her continue.
We're given. They are not going to. Because I think that these foundational Black Americans think by stripping themselves of their culture or their perceived culture and then saying, no, I'm an American, I'm only an American. I mean, that Ghost comment section was just people saying, no, you're not Black anyway because you're African. And I'm just like, these are the same people who will look for the tiniest drop of Blackness in anyone in their country. But let someone from another country, let an African, a fully Black African say, I am Black. You'll say they're not Black. So it's just weird.
Okay, let's clear that up. When we was on the whole let's love all Black people globally, we was trying to make sure you guys understood that racially, you guys are Black just like us. You're no different from each other. Why are we beefing? Why are you guys beefing? We should be getting on cold with each other and standing as global Black citizens of the world, fighting against the system of white supremacy, fighting to dismantle the system of white supremacy, fighting to put in a system of justice. When we was on that kick, all of you kept saying, I'm not Black. No, I'm Nigerian. I'm not Black. I'm Ghanaian. I'm not Black. I'm Jamaican. I'm not Black. I'm whatever the hell else. That's what y'all did. And so we said, okay, we're going to stop, trying to force Blackness on you guys. We're just going to go over here and live in our country and mind our business and be proud to be the Black Americans that we are, the foundational Black Americans that we are. We're going to leave you to your own devices. Do your thing. Good luck to you. Then you all want to come over into our country and start claiming to be ethnically Black. We're all Black again, all of a sudden. When in America, Black means something totally different than it means outside of America. Outside of America, it means race, little b. Inside of America, there's an ethnic group, which makes it big B. That's the difference between Black with the capital B and Black with the lowercase b. Ethnicity versus race. So you guys come to America, then try to cosplay our ethnicity as Black Americans, and then you try to hinder whatever the hell we're doing. We're fighting for reparations. You guys get on the reparations task force and crash them out. We're fighting for an anti-Black hate crime bill. You guys are running around here trying to spew the nonsensical talking point of Black on Black crime that you got from your Nabisco Zaddy. We're telling everybody here about the system of white supremacy. And each and every one of you, whether you're Black racially, Latino, well, Latino isn't a race, so white, or anything else, each and every one of you turn to us and tell us that we talk about white supremacy too much. Each and every one of you turn to us and talk to us as if we just blame the white man for everything. Then when the shoe hits the fan You know, the SHIT. I didn't want to say that there. But when the shoe hits the fan and the shoe gets swung everywhere and it's hitting everybody, now you want to come back to us. We're all black. What's the problem? We're all black. We need to stick together. We all black. No. Yes, we know you're black racially. But within this country, being black have a totally different meaning. And y'all know that. Because many of times when we said you guys were black, you guys, many of you did videos on TikTok, on X, on Facebook, talking about when we said we are not black, we mean we are not like black Americans. So you know the distinct difference. Yes, we all know that we are black racially. But Black American is its own thing. I've heard several of those videos, and I'm like, okay, in that sense, you're absolutely correct, and I can respect that you said that. And those people are still in their country while saying it, so I'm like, okay, cool. But you guys come on over here, and you guys, you change up everything from what you were saying once before, once you get over here, just to get benefits. You're black when it benefits you, and you take it off when it doesn't. Just like the Nabiscos do with the Republican and Democrat title. Wear it like a coat. That's exactly what you guys are here doing. Wearing our culture, wearing our history like a coat. Let's let her continue.
I'm just saying that just because Italians and the Irish and the white Jews were not considered white 120 years ago doesn't mean that suddenly white people are going to wake up and consider you white. Listen, we have the hair, we have the features, we have the skin color. It's
sir or ma'am, nigga bitch, whatever. Don't nobody want to be white. The Nabiscos want to be us. You guys are the only ones that want to be the Nabisco. The Nabisco really don't want to be the Nabisco at all. The Nabisco understands that we make things move and shake and do whatever it do. That's why every piece of American culture is something from black culture. What we put together. But it's so assimilated that you think that the Nabisco did it. No.
never going to happen for us. We are never going to be white. And I feel like foundational Black Americans need to realize that. Like, they're not even hoteps at this.
You need to go and tell your fellow Africans that and leave us the hell up out of your nonsense.
Point, they are just really wanting to be fully accepted, right? And it really tickles me, really, because in America, anyone who's not white.
Hold up. Family, I got to ask a question. And this is not a rhetorical question. I'm going to need some real answers here. Shout out to Foundational Black American in the building. Much love to you, brother, as well as our sister Donna C is in the building. Much love to you. As well as R-Rated. Shout out to you, family. Much love to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Now, I got to ask this question. This woman just said we want so much, so badly to be accepted. Well, if that's the case, then why do you say we are divisive? Can you be a person who craves to be accepted while also being exclusionary, being divisive? That's an actual question, family. This isn't me being hypothetical. I just want to know, can a person crave to be accepted, want to be accepted, need to be accepted, but at the same time get called divisive for not accepting other people. Exactly, my sister. They need to pick a struggle, and then that's one thing they do need to do. Patricia said, accepted by who? Them? Lord. That's my point. This is crazy right now. This is outlandish. Shout out to C. Phillips. Thank you for being here, family. And shout out to our brother Sean Wright in the building. Much love to you. She's delusional. Absolutely. Where did they get the we can if we, us, and are all of a sudden? The we is because most of them speak French over there. The us, I don't know where they got the us from. And the are, that's anybody's guess. That is anybody's guess. Shout out Hebrew Native. Thank you for being here, family. Let's let her continue.
Right? Has to be labeled something. Even Native Americans can't even just be called Americans. They have to be called Native Americans. Black Americans have to be called African Americans, even if they aren't African, even if they're from like Jamaica or something. Whereas I feel like they also, it does all link back to Africa anyway. But I'm just saying, if you are
ma'am, Jamaicans call themselves Jamaicans. They don't call themselves African Americans. Now, they will say they're black in America, but I'm not going to lie. The people that I hear say that they're African American the most out of everybody here outside of, the people who are foundational Black American who choose to identify as African American are the Africans, because they believe that they can come over here and instantly, because they're from Africa, they can claim the title of African American. I'm African American. They say Elon Musk is African American. None of you are African American. You are Africans in America. So wherever you're from, I don't know where it is. Let's just say nigga bitch alley. You are nigga bitch alley-in American. See how that works?
Latinx, you have to be Latin American, Indian American, Asian American. You can't just be an American unless you're white, and you guys want it so badly. And honestly, in the line of, the line of succession into whiteness, Asians are like there, and they are struggling now because of the abandonment of affirmative actions. East Asians were fighting against affirmative action. Now, less of them are getting accepted into these universities.
Salute my brother Black. Be very safe in your travels, family. Much love to you. Thank you for being here.
That they were getting into because they are a part of, they are their version of BEE, their affirmative action. When I say BEE, I mean, even bringing it back to the South African context, the amount of colored people and, also Americans, colored is a racial classification in South Africa. So I can say colored. And also, either way, I'm Black, so I can say colored. So,
do you see how these tethers, not only will they put on our cultural coat, but then they will disrespect the coat while they have it on. Oh, colored is a term that comes out of South Africa, so I can say colored. Not here. Not here. You could take that shit back to South Africa. See, that's how you get the coat ripped right off of you. Peace and shalom to our sister Faith Speaks Life. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate your contribution. Thank you for that Cash App. Much love to you, family. As well as Miss D's 6 Woman Sports. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. And Empress Latesse in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, like either way in your argument, I win. Anyway, the amount of colored people or Indian people or Chinese people who don't think that they are included in BEE is somewhat crazier than white women not knowing that they are the biggest benefactors of affirmative action in America, or actually in the world. I don't understand why African Americans hate being referred to as African so much, because there used to be a time where they really pushed it. They really wanted to be like, this is the motherland. I come from Africa. Oh, I'm part Ghanaian. I'm part this. I'm part that. Like,
there was never a time where people from over here was claiming to be from a country over there. Now, anytime that situation was brought up, most people would say, we don't know where we're from because our history and lineage was stolen from us. But many of us actually did the research. Many of us found that we have indigenous blood here. Many of us know that there's some mixture in there, you know, from the 368,000 people that was brought over to the mainlands. And many of us understand the ethnogenesis that took place here. Now, when we were on the Back to Africa stuff, it was because we were practicing global solidarity with Africa. In the very same way that we were sending our own people was standing the hell up, running over to Africa to help y'all with y'all troubles. In the very same way that our own people was singing, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving in order to feed people such as yourself over there in Africa. And I love the way that they always bring up, oh, well, they used to be, I don't even know what happened because they used to be on this African tip. They wanted to be African and all this other stuff, but they will never tell you what happened. They will never tell you what turned off the switch of global solidarity and foundational Black America. They won't talk about their xenophobia, but they expect you to call out xenophobia towards them. Shalom and salute to our brother Warrior Cherub in the building. Much love to you, family.
I'm from here. My ancestors are from here. And then now in the 2020s, it's shifted to, fuck you guys. You're not even Black. But Tyler must say that she's Black, but me, a Black person from Africa, 2 Black parents and 4 Black grandparents and 8 Black great grandparents, has to say, no, I'm African, I'm not Black. Like, what are you guys talking about?
Like I said, family, their talking points are obtuse. She already knows what we're talking about. And they go right back to the same old script. Exactly, Miss Dees. When Jesse Jackson proposed African American term, over 80% rejected it. And you're absolutely correct. As a matter of fact, that term was proposed, I think it's twice. I think it was proposed twice, if I'm not mistaken. And each time, it was rejected. As a matter of fact, we had people, our elders, saying we need to concentrate on us. And I wish we would have listened in the very same way that Dr. Claude Anderson has been saying we need to concentrate on us. But now we're listening. Our ears are wide open. And so are our eyes. I kind of feel like Cat Williams in this situation, family. You remember when Cat Williams did that joke about the guy in Hollywood where he went to go do a meeting and the guy was just sitting there in front of him and they were in the middle of a conversation and all of a sudden he just pulled out some cocaine and started doing the coke. And he said, "Do you know I can see you?" It's on your nose. That's what's happening here. These folks don't understand that we see them. We hear them. And they're wondering what happened. You happened. With this grand old invention of the internet, a window was opened up to us on both sides of the world. And we was able to see how you act, how you talk about us over there. And then you get over here and we hear how you talk about us personally. How all your 4 black grandparents, 2 black parents, 4 black parents, 4 black grandparents, 8 black great grandparents, they all told you to stay away from the Black American, though, didn't they? They didn't tell you to go and seek unity with those Black Americans, did they? No, they told you to keep your little narrow-headed, big-headed, wop-sided face having ass away from us. And y'all act like that doesn't exist anymore. From 2021 to 2024, all of you thought that y'all had, like, y'all just smelling your own shit. And y'all thought y'all could just talk big, bad, and bold to us. We are here now. Ain't nothing you niggas can do. And we said, oh yeah? Okay, watch this. We crashed out the Democratic Party and y'all start losing your minds. Y'all was all over TikTok and social media, crying all over the place, trying to convince us to leave America. Everybody should have a plan to leave America. We should go to Canada. We should do this. We should do that. All of a sudden now it's we again. No. And we sit here and we look at you when you say things like that, and we just ask a simple question, a very, very simple one.
We? We.
So yeah, we're not letting that slip. We're not going to let that slip on by.
Also, I need African Americans to know that you don't own blackness. I am black in my country, UK.
You are not black in your country. You are whatever your tribe is in your country. That's why your tribe beats with other tribes in Africa. And if we don't own blackness, then who does? Because we're the ones that popularized it. We the one that took it across the world. And we're the ones that makes everybody want to be black. So if we don't own blackness, then who the hell does? Don't worry, I'll wait. Salute to T Living Life. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Much love.
It's UK, whatever, sorry, your UK blacks are black there. Blackness is not that different everywhere, but our nationalities seep into our perception of blackness in our countries. For example, you won't find a black person in the UK or a black person here in South Africa washing their hair in the kitchen sink and then washing chicken in that same sink. But apparently that's a part of your culture.
Oh, but you'll wash your hair in cow piss. You'll cook your chicken on dirt floors. Huh? What? You go snatch some bush meat right out the bushes, take it to that little cauldron pot that you have, that ugly little cauldron pot that most of you have, that's sitting on a goddamn dirty floor, and you will cook it right there. You don't want to go tit for tat. Trust me when I say. washing our hair in a sink that can then be turned around and cleaned, bleached, comment, is not the same thing as the nonsense that you guys be doing in your country, and you know it. That's why you have to reach for something like that. That's what cleaning supplies are for. And I'm not even going to say everybody will wash their hair in their kitchen sink, because for the bulk of the people that I know, there's a little tube that we have on our shower that we could just pull off, you know, and wash our hair thoroughly with that. And if we're getting our hair washed by somebody, that would make more sense to do it in the sink. But usually we're washing our own damn hairs in a shower, you know. One of the things you guys have trouble with because you don't have consistent running water. You know, like the people in Ghana who has to travel miles to get buckets of water to take back to a 90-degree brick wall to wash their ass with. You don't want to have these conversations. Shout out to Willie McDuffie. They are jealous, and that's exactly what it is. A lot of these people think that we're just lucky to be a part of America. Not understand it, that we get it out the mud for everything we got in this damn country. And if it wasn't for us getting it out the mud, your asses wouldn't be here. Neither would your xenophobic parents, your xenophobic grandparents, or anybody. That was specifically done by us. Shout out to Alicia Stover in the building. Much love to you. And in case I didn't say what's up to our sister C. Terry in the building, much love to you too, my sister. Also, Kate Jackson in the building, much love to you. Thank you for being here. Let's continue.
So I don't know. I just wonder, who do you guys think is black then? Because there are black people everywhere. Like, there are black people everywhere, and there are black people from everywhere.
No shit, Sherlock. Where did you get the clue? And all of those black folks, none of those black folks was calling themselves black before literally 2020. Y'all, you already know this. Going by your tribe names. That's how you can have two tribes living in the same location like Nigeria, still beefing with each other. Oh, I'm Yoruba. I'm Igbo. But they're both black in a black country on a black continent, button heads like two goats.
So I wonder, to you guys, when you saying who's black, who's black, and also the African Americans who say that we can't say the N-word. Do you guys think that white South Africans have never called any of us the N-word in a derogatory way? They have been doing it for years.
No, you cannot say the N-word. And I don't give a damn if they started calling you the N-word as of recently. The N-word does not tie into your history. The N-word does not tie into the legacy of your people. We took that word back. That is our word, in the very same way that black is our ethnicity. Foundational Black American. What makes these people think that they could just take all these things that was the normality here and use for oppression on us, and then turn around and think that they can use whatever the hell they want? They can say whatever the hell they want. They can do whatever the hell they want. You're not going to do it here. You want to be called colored? Go back to South Africa. You want to say the N-word? Go back to South Africa. Do not do it here. Because you have no tie to that word. Hey, yo's on one. The big back tether stud talking dumb. Hey, man. Hey, man. And I don't know if this nigga. Hold on. So let me back up. Let me back up. I didn't put 3 or 4 curse words in this broadcast already. Let me calm it down. This she. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, she's strapped up, but god dang it, sometimes those folks live in a psychosis where they believe things that isn't true. So, you know, it would be very apropos if she had on a strap on while talking all this dumb stuff. That would just show me how much of the delusion she has there. Dud, not stud. Screenshot.
I've spoken to, I mean, we are one generation removed from apartheid. I have spoken to people who lived through that shit. They have been called the N-word so much that it hurts them now. There are older people where you can't even say it when you're singing a song and you black. They'll be like, no, man, that's not right. It hurts some people as much as the K word hurts them sometimes. I've literally spoken to older people who like will lecture you for saying the N-word. Like that's where we are. Basically where you guys were in the beginning of the reclaiming, we're kind of there.
No. You're never going to get there because you didn't feel any of the actual pain from that word. You're getting your feelings hurt. We were getting whipped, lynched, our children raped, our mothers and fathers raped, families separated. Babies being used as alligator bait. Them taking our skin and making clothing out of it. Shoes. Furniture. Them eating us. You'll never, ever understand even a remote percentage of the pain that comes with that damn word. Shout out to our brother Leonardo Yuta. He said Ted Studdington is wild. Not Ted Studdington. That is off the rocker right there. Shout out to Yolanda. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Ted Studdington. That is wild right there.
So I think it's a combination of, also another thing, I forgot to say this. Black Americans like saying that they can say that they are black because blackness is not knowing where you are from. Number one, that is your definition of blackness. Number two, what makes you think every other black person around the world knows exactly where they come from? I mean, we also had slavery here. Like, I'm just saying, we had slavery here in South Africa.
We don't. That's you guys that think you know where you come from. We know that y'all have been mixed up, shaped around, shipped up, shaped out, pushed to different locations of the continent. We know you don't know where you're from. It's you guys that come over here and tell us, oh, but we know where we're from. That's one of your major talking points. Major. Oh, you should know. You should know. You should at least know where you're from when you don't know where you're from. The lands that your tribes are in today were not the lands that they're in today. When they went over there with that Berlin Conference and carved up your whole goddamn continent, many of you was shipped up and shipped out. See, that's the thing. I be saying this all the time because these folks really act like they know our history. But the fact of the matter is they don't know nothing. They don't even know their own history. It's us who tell them and bring them the scholarship on their own damn history. Her tribe is LGBTQ. I would not doubt that for one hot second, my good brother. Not for 1 second. Shout out to our brother FBA Chuck D in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Oh, as well as our brother Nitro 215 in the building. Much love to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here, family. Also, Yaya Israel in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Let's let her continue.
We had slave owners and just white people in power, white men in power, raping black people. Like we had that. We had just, I mean, in Africa, you don't come to Africa and I mean, without there being any white people and find like light-skinned people with different types of hair and all of that stuff. We also have similar stories. We have similar stories. I mean, I don't understand why you push so hard for us not to be black. Also, a lot of Africans go through.
What makes you think we got similar stories? What makes you think we have similar stories, lady? We don't. We're over here fighting the system of white supremacy. You guys want a comfortable place under the system of white supremacy. That's it. That's all. That's why you flee from one land instead of fighting what the white supremacists in your land where you're from to come over here to live an easier life under that same white supremacist system. Get real. Matter of fact, we're going to move on from this tether. This tether is very, very, like I said, these talking points will drive you mad. I'm damn near tempted to have another intermission. Like this person here. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, I got to do it, family. Let's have another non-commercial break real quick, and then we'll get back into it. I got to clear the air.
They say doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity. I say it's stupidity. We as Black Americans have been voting for the Democrats with over 90% of our votes going to them for the past 60 years. And what do we have to show for it? I'll tell you, we are 15 to 20% of the population, but nearly 60% of the homeless. We have aborted over 20 million of our black babies. Our wealth is heading backwards, and we own less homes now than we did during Jim Crow. I'm not saying vote for the Republicans. I'm saying don't vote for any party. Vote for good policies. If anyone comes to us and they ask for or demand the black vote, you tell them to show me your black policies.
I am Greg Marcel Dixon, and I approve this message.
All right. Shout out to our brother, Greg Marcel Dixon. Our good brother. All right. The air has been cleared. We can move forward with the rest of their stupidity. Let's go here, family.
Let me tell y'all something. Like these celebrities like Cardi B, the reason why she's saying she likes black guys is because she likes black American guys who are mixed with European blood. So they don't look as pure-blooded as the Africans. That's what she prefers. But if you ask her...
Family, I want y'all to understand what this man just said. Shout out to Man in the building. Much love to you. Let me break down what this man just said. He cares that Cardi B don't want an African. Cardi B wants a black man, an American black man, because of the European admixture that's been merged into our DNA. And he says this is why she don't want the African, the person who looks like straight African. She wants that European. Does that sound like he's jealous? That sounds like envy to me. That someone that we don't even care about, Cardi B, prefers Black Americans over actual Africans. Interesting. Let's run it back.
Let me tell y'all something. Like, these celebrities like Cardi B, the reason why she thinks she likes black guys is because she likes Black American guys who are mixed with European blood, so they look more, they don't look as pure-blooded as the Africans. That's what she prefers. But if you ask her to date a full-blooded African guy with no white blood in him, chances are that she wouldn't even talk to him, have no interest in him. So a lot of these girls that are in the media, like that are celebrating their men, it's because they're mixed with white. They're not proud of what originates from Africa, which is not having European blood in you. Like all these guys like Nelly, Ray J, Kanye West, they all have European blood in them. That's why they look more light-skinned, they look more westernized and sound more westernized than the African guys. Let me tell y'all something. Like, these celebrities.
My question is, why does it matter what that woman prefers? I don't care who she wants or who she wants to give her nasty, stanky. Well, let me pull it back. Let me pull it back. I don't care where she want to toss that thing. That has nothing to do with me. Why are you crotch watching? I don't care about who she wants in her bed, but clearly you do. All up in her crotch. And all you know is that she just don't want the African. And you don't even know that. Have you ever walked up to Cardi B and tried to get at her? I'm pretty sure she'd shut you down. But, you know, I'm pretty sure there's some Africans that find Cardi B attractive, and I'm pretty sure she finds some Africans attractive. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't really care. But it really hurts you, though, don't it? In the very same way that you guys get hurt for years and decades by a bunch of kids clowning on each other. Shout out to Star Child. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Let's go here, family. Let's go over here to the resident tether. Godfrey and his little tether homeboy has some things to say on us once again. Shout out to our brother William Aaron. He said he couldn't get the time with her under any circumstances. His best hope is hello. It'll be a quick hello and goodbye. All right. It'll be a quick hello and goodbye. Shout out to you. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold. I appreciate your contribution, family. Much love. That was a good one. He said his best hope would be hello. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Let me catch my breath here. All right. All right. Let's get to what Godfrey had to say.
Black African booty scratch. Oh man, that was the thing. You African booty scratch. That was the African American community. Like, you gotta shut your black African booty. I said, do we scratch our butts? I used to be like thinking, like, I'm picturing like, oh, do we scratch our? I thought it was like, I don't even know where that came from. Black African booty scratch. It was really funny when you look at it. That's a really funny description. Yeah. Because first of all, African American community, they know how to talk about your ass. Oh yeah. They're like, I know you ain't dog, old black African booty scratch. Right. Sit up there or chasing lies. But remember in Coming to America when the dude with the Jericho was like, yep. So what they be doing in Africa? Chasing lions? Your ass ever itch? He said, "What? My ass itch. I don't scratch it because I am not. I do living up to the stereotype. I just take it. I just go.
Everybody scratch their booty, man. Like,
I don't do it right now.
you know, you get that good, like,
Oh yeah, I love that.
especially when the skin is dry.
Right.
Yeah, when it's dry, it was
You see like your hand marks of straight itch. And then watching Tarzan movies and how they would just depict Africa.
It was so bad.
Everybody was starving. There was flies on everybody's face. And I would be embarrassed. And I remember this in grade, I think it was 3rd or 4th grade. And everybody was like, stand next to your country. It was a map. Stand next to your country. I stood by America. I was like, I ain't going over there because they'll make fun of me.
Yep.
I stood right over, like, I was like, I'm American.
You know, because I
I
think
stood American, not by Africa.
yeah, everybody wants to fit in. I had the same thing. It wasn't until I got older, you know, and then there was the Spike Lee movie that came out where everybody started to wearing the medallion.
The African medallion.
I was like,
the power.
yeah. I was like, man, you guys spent the majority of my childhood making fun of me, and now you're wearing this.
Family, you see how things like this linger with these people? Y'all dudes are in your 40s, damn near 50s, I believe. I think Godfrey is almost 50. I'm gonna have to look that up because I think they're in their late 40s, right? If not already in their 50s. But yet these fools are sitting there talking about African booty scratcher. That didn't even come out until the 90s. When did goddamn Boys in the Hood come out? That term came out when Boys in the Hood came out. That's when everybody started using it. So in the 90s, you wasn't in high school. You wasn't in, well, maybe you were in high school, but you wasn't in lower grade school. No. So that's how we know you on that BS. Exactly. Thank you. Boys in the Hood came out in 1992. And that's when I started hearing everybody and their mama saying African booty scratcher. Because we would watch the movie all the time. And that was a quick snapback. But these people try to make it seem like we traumatized them so much by being children that they were ashamed to stand by their country. So basically what they're trying to say, this is the root of the cosplaying. This is when you started feeling like you needed to cosplay, is what you're saying? That just shows how weak you are. Not just then, but how weak you are now and how weak your guidance was. Your parents, the people who were supposed to instill some sort of pride about yourself. Yeah, that just goes to show, yeah, how bad of a job they did on that. I got called Igor my whole damn life because I got big eyes. And it was started by my uncle. My favorite uncle at that. He used to call me Igor because, you know, he said I got big eyes and, you know, it's something like Igor with the lumps on his back. He said I got Igor's lumps on my eyes. You know, I used to, every single day, I used to think of a new joke to tell my uncle to go off on him to try to get him. And he will always come back with a snapper. Do you think I'm traumatized? I'm not traumatized. I'm a very strong-willed person. And when a person starts snapping on me, I start snapping back. I'll find whatever's wrong with you and read you down. That's because that's a part of my culture, something you guys have no understanding of. Salute Uncensored Truth. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Yes, Igor. that was what he started calling me. And then what made it worse, everybody in the family started calling me Igor. My nana, my dad would say it sometimes. My grandpa would say it. My other uncles would say it. My Uncle Harold, he would laugh. My Uncle Harold had a glass eye. And he would laugh so hard, he would have to take out the glass eye and wipe it clean and put it back in. This is how we used to roast and how I used to get roasted. So yeah, all this little, I was a young kid. Dude, I've been getting since I was 4 and old enough to understand this. this has been going on. Oh, snaps. Shout out to Och in the building. Much love to you, as well as our sister Shun C in the building. Much love to you. Thank you both for being here. Let's go here, family, because now all of a sudden, when we're delineating and we're leaving everybody to their old devices, a tub of butter. Damn, Patricia. Who was calling you that? Who even thought, like, what does she look like? A tub of butter. That is wow. Shout out to you, family. You see, we can look back on these things and laugh. These people are still having horror stories. These people are waking up in the hot sweats, like in the cold sweats. Damn hot sweats. They're waking up in a cold sweat. Oh, African booty scratcher. This man said he don't even scratch his butt because he don't want to play into the goddamn stereotype. Miss me with your foolishness. But ever since we've been leaving these people to their own devices, I've been noticing a bunch of different people starting to come out and talk about how they have some sort of either foundational Black American grandparent or some sort of ancestor down the damn line. Idris Elba just did that. Let's go here, family. Uh-oh, that's not it. Let's go here.
Some point in my later life, I was probably about 29 or so, I took my DNA test. I knew my mum had an American father, but my dad's from Sierra Leone. Very proud. Sierra Leone, Ghana, DNA. No Sierra Leonean.
Wait, what?
No. 10% Ghana, 10% Nigerian, 20% Bantu, 5% Togo, 5% Senegalese, Cameroonian. I mean, it was a map, right? I looked at this thing like, what is going on? Bantu being the Southern African tribe.
Yeah, that's my side of the world.
That traveled up.
Huh.
So I looked at this thing, right? And I was like, what the? Took it again, same thing.
You took it again?
Yeah. I did. I was like,
I always find it funny when people do the same thing twice, hoping for a different result. I don't know.
Family, this right here is the statement. This is the comment. Shout out to C. Terry for this. Please, our whole family laughing at our school pictures while we thought we were cute. Exactly. That was the one right there. I used to see Oh, the hairstyles. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Shout out to you for that, because yeah, I'm about to go through once I'm done here. I'm gonna go through some of those old school pictures too. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Shout out to D in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. You have the what? You have a picture with the two ponytails. Did you have the knockers in your hair? Is that what the ponytails had on them? Let's continue, fam. She said, I'll be hiding the pictures. Oh, no, you can't hide the pictures. You got to have those the here and now. You got to have the here and now.
Oh, I find that so funny. This is a DNA test, but I love the idea that you're like, hold on, let's try this again.
No,
and then you're like, and this time I'm going to push certain parts of myself. I'm going to bring out certain parts of myself.
I ate okra before I took it. I ate jollof. I was like, no, hold on.
What were you hoping to get the second time
well,
around?
My mum said to me, I told her about this. She said, Kuna, Kuna's mum would do this. She said, Kuna, that is all money making. How much did you pay? How much did you pay? I told her. She's like, you see? To come and tell you that you're not from Sierra Leone, your dad is from Sierra Leone, your mom is from Ghana. I'm like, yeah, but mom, scientifically, like that's not how it works. Kuna, listen. Anyway, so I did it again. I didn't even tell her the results the second time around, but this was me. And I just found myself like, not questioning, but I was like, wow, I'm African.
Yeah, man.
I am from this continent. And it also reminded me that everywhere I go in Africa, probably a bit like you too, right? People claim you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
in a
brother.
beautiful way.
They claim you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a resident now. You know what I mean? Wherever I go.
Yeah, you know why? Because you got money, sir. They've seen you all over the movies and things like that. And just like they did with Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Sierra, Chris Brown, and everybody else that goes over there with money, they make you a part of their tribe. They might make you their tribe leader, their king, their queen, something like that, a prince, so that they can so that they can manipulate you into spending your money there, doing stuff for them. But when you're outside of America, those people don't claim you. Well, they claim you. They don't claim us. With your great grandparent, or your did he say great grandparent or a grandparent who was FBA? They wouldn't claim that grandparent. Exactly, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. It's all a finesse. That's all it is. Finesse after finesse after finesse. Let's continue.
And I guess I adopted that. So now as I'm in the public eye, and when people, talk to me about where I'm from, I have a real rich backstory.
It's beautiful.
I can talk about my granddad. I can talk about my Freetown, Sierra Leone was the home of the returned slaves. No wonder my DNA doesn't say Freetown, Sierra Leone, because my dad's DNA is probably mixed from so many different types of tribes, so.
But he ain't FBA. Let's make it very clear. Make it very simple and very plain. If he comes from Sierra Leone, guess what? He's from Sierra Leone. Those slaves that went over to Sierra Leone, those slaves that went over to Libya, had their ethnogenesis over there, and that's where they stay. We had our ethnogenesis here. Big difference. He said, that's why, I can't find my dad probably got a bunch of different admixtures. Yeah. Okay. But he was born in Sierra Leone. So that makes him a Sierra Leonean, right? If that's even how you say it, I don't even care. But a Sierra Leonean.
So that has been the very feeling I have every time I open my mouth about where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm from England. I was born and raised there. I'm proud of that. But out of that comes this sort of, I'm an explorer, I'm an explorer of myself. I'm an explorer of the cultures that I'm from. And I remember, man, some point in my later life, I was probably about 29 or so, I took my DNA test. I knew my mom had an American father, but my dad's from...
Now, family, shout out to Sean C. They need to stop with all this foolishness, trying super hard to be relevant, knowing that they are not relevant unless they cosplay FBAs. Exactly. And this man talked about doing this DNA test. When you look at those DNA tests, it tells you that they're for entertainment purposes only. That's it. You can't go and use a DNA test in any court proceedings to show that you're from anywhere because, it says it right on the box. For entertainment purposes only. Shout out Antithesis, my brother in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Family, I want you to hear how they speak when they're in our faces, when it comes down to talking about the plight of foundational Black Americans here. Let's go here.
Man, strange lands, they just feel like they on borrowed time. And that's how all of our, and that's what my point was when it came to my Indian homie.
No.
Mexican homie, we all sat down and we was just like,
but how is this strange land? But you don't even want to take the time to know the history. You letting this nigga say that he a Comanche Indian.
So y'all business is y'all business.
But you a Haitian American that's over here. That's now inside our business.
Our business is our business. Isn't that what the president of LULAC said? The Black man's issues is his own. Let him fight his own battles. We do not want to unite with them. That's basically what he just said right here.
Time to know the history. You letting this nigga say that he a Comanche Indian.
So y'all business is y'all business.
But you a Haitian American that's over here. That's now inside our business. Like it doesn't matter Haitian and Creole, but still you still consider Black. Once you come over here, then you a nigga like me. Like what you mean? You can't just be like, oh, fuck your history. I just care about mine while you sit over here benefiting from what the fuck my people did. That's what I'm saying. Like you don't know nothing about. What do you mean you gotta work 3 times as hard?
We come from a poor nation.
How would you work 3 times as hard in a fucking another country that fought for you to come here? Well, how would you work 3 times as hard whenever we literally died for you to be able to come over here and say some shit like that? That's crazy. Why aren't you over there in Haiti there working 3 times as hard? Why would you come here to work 3 times as hard and complain? What? Why are you ain't over there fighting the French people then 3 times as hard or 10 times as hard? Why aren't you fighting the white people that colonized? So then why come over here and say you don't care about our history though?
I just said that's y'all's business.
How is that? So that's not your business.
It's not.
So
everything that happened.
So you know that you wouldn't be able to come here just 60 years ago. You would never come over here without us and our business, without us fighting for that.
I live off different principles.
Oh.
I live off my mind and
you can't say forget racism. And a white man sitting right here like race matters in this country.
Forget racism, he say. He said that right in front of a Nabisco. Yeah. No. This is what we have to deal with. This is what we contend with. Actually, no contending because there's no comparing. But this is what we have to deal with. Salute to our sister Lotus Ty in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, sister. Good to see you. Let's let her continue because she's cooking this tether. Cooking the hell out of him on 400 degrees. She's trying to make sure he's real charred.
Race matters in this country. Talk about, oh Lord, see that right there is just that's weakness. I'm not finna sit back and allow these people to do the same thing over again. History repeats itself, and people that fail to know history are destined to repeat it.
Whose history?
Our history, right here. There's a white man right here and a Black woman telling you, a Haitian American, that you should know the history of this country as you sit here benefiting from all of the shit, all the animosity that me and him and his people go through.
I know. I just don't.
You should care, bro. You should care, bro. Like, bro, that's crazy.
He said it's not that I don't know the history, but I just don't care. And that's the story of many of them who comes here. They don't give a damn how we fought to bring them into this country. They don't give a damn about anything that we went through in this country. That's why that one goddamn nigga chick, the she, the dud that I played first, she kept on saying what? She kept on saying, I could say colored because color is a nationality out in South Africa. She said, I could say the N-word because we was called N-words too. They don't give a damn about the history here because really they don't care to know or give a damn about the history too. They don't have to worry about our history. And that's why I played the clip at the beginning of Dr. Claude Anderson, where Dr. Claude Anderson said, you're going to have a bunch of people coming over here that don't have the issues that you have because they have no tie to the lineage that you have. And then they're going to expect to be able to wrap themselves in our trauma and everything that we didn't been through over here in order to get the same damn programs that was supposed to go to us. And us alone. So these people are coming right out and saying it. They don't give a damn about our history.
That's crazy. I didn't even know you felt like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, you should appreciate what my people did for you to sit over here, fam. Like, that's crazy. Without my people motherfucking fighting, having dogs sick on them, being hung from fucking trees and shit, nigga, you wouldn't be able to stand over here and speak like that, fool. Like, for real. Our people are getting hung just 3 days ago, nigga. I'm making videos every other day about Black Americans being hung, bro. I'm about to cry. Like, the fact that you saying you don't care whenever my people are literally being lynched, nigga. My people, your people ain't being lynched. There's no Haitians being lynched. Nigga, there's no immigrants being lynched. Oh.
Right now, look up Haiti right now.
What does that have to do with America? You're over here talking about Haiti for what?
You talking about a dot in the middle of 1,000 dots while we only got 1,000 dots.
What dot? What dot? What are you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? One dot. Like, are you saying that the lynching that happened is just like it's nothing? Like,
no, but I'm just saying it's every day down there. Us dying, getting killed.
Then why aren't you over there in Haiti saying that? We're over here. We're not gonna sit back and just act like it's a regular thing, bro. That's not. But I mean, but your people shouldn't have came and fled over here then. Like, you don't care about your history and you don't care about our history. You don't care about either one. Like, that's the problem. That's the problem that Black people be talking about. Immigrants come over here and they make shit so much more difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like people that speak like that and they speak like that, and other Black people, young people are hearing y'all speak like that. They learn to not give a fuck, and that's how we stay in last place. That's how white people keep us in that spell. Who we mind our business? Yeah, you mean immigrants mind your business because y'all get to live comfortably over here because of us. I would mind my business too if I got to go to another country and I don't have to experience the racism that they experience. I don't have to experience their oppression. I don't have to experience. What you were born here and you don't care? That's even more crazy. What did your parents tell you? Like, whenever, like, what? What? Grandma lived with just how that's going on? Yes. Like, so, how can you say you don't care this? So, how can you say that you don't care? Like, that's crazy. You're saying grandma did this and that, but you don't care about the genocide Black Americans are going through while you over here in America. You said you didn't care, JC. Our history is still ongoing. Our history is evolving and changing every day, every minute, every second.
Family, you can see this sister, she's ready to slap the hell out of this dude. She's trying her hardest to keep her composure. And I understand her. You know, maybe she need another lavender crystal. You know, what is the maybe an amethyst. That'll probably cool it down. Maybe an onyx to draw all that negative tether energy away from her. You know, but yeah, I can see it in her face. That's how I want to slap a nigga in the face. Look. Trying her hardest, trying her hardest. Shout out to her, because this is what they'll do. This is what they'll do. They will send you in a spiral of the same nonsensical talking points. Disrespectful talking points at that.
We know what we experienced. We're not talking about no motherfucking European, all that. No, we're not. We're talking about real fucking history that we experienced. All that slave shit, like, I'm not talking about that. That's bullshit. Most of that is a fucking lie. Nigga, like, that's what I'm saying. You don't know the real history. You don't know about indigenous Black American people. You don't know about foundational Black American people. You don't know what they put down, the foundation they laid down for your people to come over here and live off of what we did. And you say you don't care and mind your business. Like, nigga, you should care. Because if I was living in Haiti, nigga, I would be out there protesting for your people too. Like, what? Like, that's the difference between you and I. Like, what? I give a fuck. I give a fuck, nigga. Like, if I was in your country, nigga, that'd be disrespectful as fuck if I sat there in Haiti and said the shit you saying, nigga. Like, what? You wouldn't even fuck with me if I was sitting over there in Haiti talking like you, bro. You know damn well you wouldn't fuck with me, bro. Period. You wouldn't. Nah, stop trying to downplay what you said, bro. You said you don't care. You literally said you didn't care. And that.
Shout out to our sister Lotus, and this is a great point. Make you wonder why DR doesn't want them on their side of the country. They seem to care only about themselves and not about real contributions to their countries instead of building. Exactly. And I am not at all confused on why they don't want them in their country after hearing this. But really, after finding out that, god dang it, after Dessalines freed them, they chopped that man up in the middle of the damn street. But they want to act like Haiti is so instrumental to everyone's freedom and revolution. No, y'all don't even respect your freedom or revolution. You killed your revolutionary. So if I'm on the other side, knowing that history and knowing and people like this talk like this, yeah, I wouldn't want you on my side of the country either. I would probably hire, I'll hire our brother EJ to run around with a bamboo stick, just beating him over the head all the time. Get your butt back on that side of this. Get back on that side of the goddamn country. Shout out to you, sister. Thank you for that. Salute to our sister I Am Key Era in the building. Much love to you, sister. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
And that's not your business. And you said that's not your history. You said you care about your history. Yes. So why are you sitting over here?
That's my heritage, my history. How you gonna tell me how to feel about my history, my heritage? You trying to sit and tell me like what to value, and like I value my history, my heritage.
Okay, if you value your history, your heritage so damn much, why aren't you honoring your history and your heritage by going back to Haiti and fighting for Haiti? Why aren't you over there trying to make sure Barbecue got somebody to have his back? You're in my country. You're in a foundational Black American country saying how you don't care about the foundational Black American history, that you care more and honor more about your own history, but you're over here because of our history. And that's wild too. The light-skinned Haitian fights against the dark-skinned Haitian. I bet he's light-skinned. Hey, the fighting inside of Haiti, and they're fighting everybody outside of Haiti. So who are they not fighting? Because he's a loser. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Stories I was talking about up. So, like, just because we here, that don't mean we're supposed to abandon or forget what we.
Who said that? We just said respect the motherfucking history of the people that you live in.
We don't respect it. We respect it. Thank you, but still, we still have where we come from. We still don't have many people. We still don't have much resources for any of our people. We still have a water.
So we got resources like what?
Watered down lineage also too, because we only started with damn near 1,100 people.
But that's in Haiti. You're in America. Why are you over here worried about that shit? Over here, you should be over there then.
Why would I not be worried about it? That's my heritage, my lineage.
But y'all ran and fled from that heritage. It came over here. Do you understand what you're saying? That you don't give a fuck about the people that let you flee over here? Like what? I just said that I give a fuck about your people, and you literally telling me in my face that you don't give a fuck. You minding your business. I'm like, damn, if I was in Haiti, I wouldn't be saying that shit. But you said, well, fuck what you said. I'll be in America, and I don't really give a fuck about your shit. Like, literally, that's what you said. I'm just like, that's fucked up.
That's history. That means.
Did I not just say that? That's the same thing, wrapped up in one fucking sentence.
I didn't say I don't care about U.S. heritage, or I said I don't care about U.S. history.
I'm talking about Black fucking people, American people, nigga. You would not be sitting here with me right now if it wasn't for Black American people fighting for your fucking rights to be over here, bro. That's all I'm saying. And you saying that is none of your business.
We was coming over here way before freaking Africa.
Please tell me you was coming over here before 1965.
Yeah, we were.
Oh my God.
Family. These folks can't do nothing but lie, babble, and talk in circles. That's it. Shalom and shout out to our brother Damon Reeves in the building. Much love to you, my brother. Good to see you as always. And she's right. She said, please tell me y'all was coming over here before 1960s. Oh, we were. No, you wasn't. Not in large numbers anyway. See, they love to bring up the little Haitians that fled over here after the revolution. But the fact of the matter that they don't bring up is those Haitians were white. Dessalines pushed out the white Haitians. And they fled to America. There wasn't no Black Haitians that got pushed out of Haiti. But they don't expect you to know that history. Yeah, family. I don't feel bad for any of these people. They try to act like we're so taken care of. You go to our continent, you go to Africa. People love Africa. When you go over to Haiti, people love Haiti. We treat y'all well. No, you don't. No, you don't. You treat us over there in the very same way you treat us over here. And you had the audacity to sit up in that woman's face and tell her you don't give a damn about what our people did for y'all. But shout out to that sister for staying on that dude's neck because he kept trying to backtrack. And then he tried to make himself a victim. He tried hard to make himself a victim. Family, let's go here. Cause I gotta show you some more Tether nonsense. They got your boy Kai Cenat out there giving clout to the Siberian Putin's Mexicans. Let's go here. Oh, family, my apologies. I didn't even bring up the damn clip. I thought I shared my screen. My apologies, family. But before we get into that right there, I would like to give a shout out to Caitlin. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution. Much love to you. Now, let's get over here.
Castanet, this is how I know you are CIA and you definitely have bosses. You have people who are influencing your program and telling you what to do and who to put on your program. But what will make you bring these people up? What will make you bring these people up on this podcast when the people right here in the United States and throughout the Americas are fighting tooth and nail to let everybody in America know that we are the indigenous people of the Americas? What will make you just bring these people up all of a sudden? I know that you are CIA. We can just tell the way your programming go, the way you move, the things that you do. But by doing this, you are doing just not disrespect, but a disservice to the people, the real indigenous people of the Americas, right here in the United States and all throughout the Americas. But I know that you are op. I can tell, and we can peep it. We know headquarters called you and say, get it out, because they know what's all on TikTok and all on social media, and they know the light that's coming out, and they know the truth is coming out. And we see that you are an agent of disinformation, and you gonna stand in that, and we gonna remember this motherfucking moment that you did. We gonna remember that. This is not gonna get let go. But you're not also disrespecting us here in the United States. You also disrespecting the people in Trinidad, and you're disrespecting the people in Haiti, who are also really the indigenous people of the Americas, and they are not from Africa. That's a lie that has been told over and over and over again. And we know why you did this, because you have bosses. You have people who tell you what you have to do and what you have and who you have to bring on that show. And that's why they're making you the #1 streamer. Because why all of a sudden would a #1 streamer in the world bring these people on the show? And you got so much other stuff you could bring on. You got so many culture. You got so much stuff you can do and talk about. What made you do this? That's the answer. That's the question we want to ask you. What will make you do this? I know, because you're an agent. You're a CIA.
Family, no lies told there. No lies told. These people, and I'm starting to suspect that many of the people that are brought over here, they have some sort of deal with the alphabet organizations. I'm really, really, really feeling that one of the prerequisites of even gaining asylum here is that when we call you to do something, you go and do it. When we call you to say something, you go and say it. When we call you to stand against something, you stand against it. You can't have all these people coming over here with the very same type of thinking if this was not a situation where they're all tied to the alphabet gang. Exactly, my sister. Spies and antagonists. I am 100% convinced that in order to get your goddamn asylum, Somebody from one of those alphabet organizations have to go over your, okay, you all right, you don't have no ties to America. Okay, good. You don't like Black Americans. Okay, that's a plus. That's a plus. So are you willing to use your blackness against the Black Americans here? Oh yeah? Okay, great. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to sign this and we're going to get you that asylum, all right? That's what I hear when I hear these people talk. That's what I feel. That's what I see in my head every time these people talk. You remember our brother Kwame Kilpatrick, right? The brother that Trump pardoned. And I want to show you how this works from the ground level all the way up to the top dog level of the presidency with the tether in chief. That's why I played the clip of the Haitian talking like that first. He's the ground level. But the tether in chief, well, I'll let you hear what the tether in chief told Kwame Kilpatrick's mother when she asked him about giving him a pardon. Let's go here, family.
My mother never didn't know Trump, never had a conversation with Trump ever. She talked to Obama, and she asked Obama in the White House with Reverend Brumfield with her from Oak Grove, asked him, do you see what they're doing to my son? He said, I know exactly what they're doing, and walked away from him and left the office and left her standing there. So everybody, oh, Obama, he couldn't do it. Y'all know now the power of the presidency. He did it. He got a transgender army person translator out of there with a 28-year sentence who only did 6.5 years. He gave him a pardon, and then wrote a recommendation that person go to Harvard. My mother never.
Not only did he get that person out, but then he wrote a recommendation so that person can go to Harvard. That is some tether in chief stuff if I ain't never heard it. That is some tether in chief stuff if I ain't never heard it. I know exactly who your son is, and walked away. I see exactly what they're doing. I see exactly what's going on. I am the government. Family, from the ground level all the way up to the presidency when we had a goddamn tether in office, this is how they treat us. This is how they use us. Y'all remember when Obama first got elected and all the Black women and men was at the inauguration? There was some people crying on camera talking about, I just know I don't have to worry about paying my bills anymore. I know that America is about to change for the better. I just know that he's about to be the greatest president of all times. And then we turned around and found out that he was literally the worst president for foundational Black Americans in history. Why was he the worst out of all the Nabiscos? Because he had a black face while doing the same deeds that the Nabiscos wanted him to do. You see, with the white presidents, we didn't have a problem seeing everything that they did to our community and calling it out. Key example, Kanye West jumping on the goddamn news and saying George Bush don't care about Black folks. And shocked the whole damn room. Was like, wait a second. The whole room was like, wait a minute. Mike Myers was standing by and looking at him like, hey, man, you should have gave me a heads up or something. But with Obama, because he had the complexion, everybody tend to make excuses for him. Everybody tend to say, well, he don't have no real power. You know, he's just a prop figure. You know, he's got to fight those people in Congress, those mean old Republicans. But when it was for anything or anybody else, When Obama wanted it done, it got done expeditiously. So yeah, out of all the Nabisco presidents, the worst president for Black America was the one claiming to be Black himself, the tether in chief. Family, this is why they use us in every which way. They push this type of propaganda in every which way on us because of the fact that they want to benefit like Obama did before everybody woke up to his antics. They're still trying to convince us to put them in those spots like Obama got put in, like Kamala got put in, like Westmore gets put in, Jasmine Crockpot. And this was one of the major reasons why they was running around here fear-mongering everybody, even though they don't want nothing to really do with us. They really don't respect our history. They don't respect our struggle here, the things that we fought for here. They don't care about none of that. But yet, once the shit hit the fan and it started swinging all around the room and hitting everybody, oh, we all got to stick together. Where's the FBAs? Exactly, Sean. Obama used his melanated complexion against us. Most of us learned by the time Kamami ran for presidency. Exactly. Exactly. And it didn't make it no better that people from California knew Kamami's record and how she targeted us while trying to claim to be a part of our community. But really, she didn't start claiming to be a part of our community until she went to the Senate. Before then, she was Asian. Ask a Californian. A straight up Asian. She was the first Asian AG. Cooking collard greens in her bathtub. Her policies still get Black mothers thrown in jail. Exactly. None of those policies that those draconian policies that she placed out in California, none of those things were ever repealed. None of those things were ever repealed. And this is why when the situation happened out in Chicago and they was trying to confuse us by saying, oh, this was in a Black neighborhood. They arrested Black babies. Did y'all see that video of the little kid in a zip tie, the Black kid in the zip tie? Come to find out, it wasn't even a zip tie. And come to find out, yeah, it wasn't even the same location. And get this. The kid that was being arrested, the baby, it wasn't even really a situation that it was happening. It wasn't a real situation that happened at all. That situation was taken. There's a photo. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's go here. They were spreading around this right here. They was talking all this nonsense. Right? Y'all seen this one? Come to find out, the officer is the kid's father. The father has a TikTok account. And they stole this video, this screenshot from the video of the father playing cops and robbers with his son. Let's get into it.
I want you to really break this down to me like I'm 10 years old and tell me why ICE agents zip tying black babies in Chicago, because I can't for the life of me understand why this happened. Why was this necessary? These are.
So I seen this video, and it's all over TikTok and Instagram. So I had to do my research. And what did I find?
Go fucking.
That picture, which is my video of me and my son playing cops and robbers. Literally, this is us.
Yep, family. This is how desperate they get. That's how desperate they get. Shout out to Donna C. She says he was upset they used his son's picture. Yeah, he was upset, but honestly, you should have seen the mother's video. And I wish I would have pulled that up. That would have been perfect. But the mother, she was going to hell off on people. She was pissed the fuck off. Excuse my French. She was pissed the hell off that they took that video and put her son out there like that when they know damn well that that was not the situation. Oh yeah, she went the hell off. And shout out to her and the father for doing so. Now, I don't know if I agree with him putting his son in handcuffs, you know what I'm saying, whether they're playing or not. You know what I mean? That's just as a black person, as a black man who understands this. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to start my son off so early in handcuffs. But that's neither here nor there. That's their right to do so. They want to play like that, they play like that. He's the father. However, them making it seem as if that was happening in Chicago should show you the stone cold manipulation tactics that these people are playing with. They try to play with our heartstrings left and right, try to make us feel bad for a bunch of things and people that has nothing to do with us, while these people come over here and they don't feel no type of way about disrespecting us, our lineage, our heritage, our culture, our history, while benefiting from everything that was presented by our lineage, our history, our heritage, our culture, and are standing on business. Yeah, these are the people. This is the type of stuff that they do. From the bottom all the way up to the top level of Tethers. And you have this Tether over here, and I know she's a Tether because what she's about to say next is only some stuff that a goddamn Tether would say. Because when it comes to foundational Black Americans, children are off limits. Children are off limits. Leave the women and children out of this. But we got to go here, family.
You know, ICE agents have children too. Most of them have children too. And it's not as hard as you think to figure out who they are, where they go to school, their names. It's not hard at all. You know,
family, this woman just called for people to go after ICE agents' children. We don't do that, family. That's not our get down. That was a, yes, Lotus, that was a threat. That was a straight threat. That was a call to arms for people to get out there and go after the children of ICE agents. In our community, we don't do nothing like that. If I got a problem with the parent, I'm going to take it up with the parent. And even if I have a problem with the child, I'm going to take it up with the parent. Because it's a child. And children are going to be children. So yeah, I'm going to need to see your daddy. Where is your papa at? Let me handle this situation. People such as this have no type of respect, no type of boundaries. So I want to make sure everybody know who sees this video, this broadcast later, this ain't us. I know you all know. And I know my FBA brothers and sisters already know. But to all my non-FBA viewers who saw this and thought that the Black American was going around calling for ICE agents' children to be harmed, that's not us. That's your Tethers. I don't even call for people's families to get harmed that, I don't like. That's beneath me. And also, the comedic effect of that, that's not good at all. It's not. So I wanted to show that clip, family, because god dang it, that makes no damn sense. That woman is out there acting like that, saying things like that. I'm surprised nobody called the police on her. I'm surprised nobody reported her. But let that have been me saying something like that. Homeland Security be kicking in my damn door. Where you at, Christy Nome? I got one over here for you. Shout out to JoJo One in the building. Much love to you. They're too concerned with being better than others. Yeah. That's it. That is all. They're trying to be better than us, not others, us. They want to be on the same level as the Nabisco. And maybe not even on the same level. They might just want to be a level just beneath them because they like smelling their ass and kissing it. They like being lap dogs. But then when they get sent home, they acting like this man here.
African man deported or stranded in his beloved Africa, crying to Trump and wants his American passport back.
Hold on. This could only be done one way. It got to be done proper. It has to be done proper. So you know what we got to do, family. You know where we got to go with this.
African man deported or stranded in his beloved Africa, crying to Trump and wants his American passport back.
I'm so tired of being here in this place. This is where I'm living. I'm so tired of it. It's like I want to go back. I want to be here no more. I don't cut my hair. I don't shave. I don't do nothing.
African man deported or stranded in his beloved Africa.
Oh, family needs some amazing grace right about now. The man said he's so sad he don't cut his hair, he don't shave, he don't do nothing. I doubt he's washing his ass. He might be washing his hair in cat pee, in mule piss. Oh, family. Oh, family. May he have the amazing grace that he needs. May he have it. It is much necessary. That man's so sad. He said he won't shave. He won't even cut his hair. He's so sick and tired of being there. Hey, that's not our problem. That's not our problem. It's just not our problem. You're going to have to figure it out because we see how y'all act when you're over here. We see how you treat us in our own damn country. You talk like you work so hard, but you can't even get up to cut your hair and shave now that you sent back to your goddamn home. That doesn't seem like working hard to me. That sounds like a quitter. It sounds like you've given up. You people come over here thinking that you're going to just assimilate in and become Black Americans because you have a child here or because you're Black in America. And it's a no. You guys are finding out the hard way. It's a hell no. And you're also finding out that those people don't like you no more than anybody else around the world. And all it took was for us to take away our cloak of FBA protection. And look what happens. While y'all over here talking about y'all don't give a F about our lineage, our history, our heritage, our ancestors, our customs, while literally trying to be us over here, cosplay us over here, and then put it into your mind that because you were here for a certain amount of time, or you have parents who fled here and had you, that you're a Black American, or you're foundational Black American, or Sulani. I want to play this sister here. You already know. Shout out to our sister, Glamorous Courtney, the goddess. Let's let her rip up these Tetherites.
Say something. If I take my American ass to Jamaica and so does an American man and we procreate on Jamaican soil, we just had an American baby on Jamaican soil, I'm gonna need y'all to stop coming over here and saying that y'all are first, second, third generation Black Americans of anything. You do not move to somebody's country and then become them. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of low cultural self-esteem and immigrant fear that is colliding. And it's been colliding for months. That certain level of fear that y'all are having with ICE and everything else, you know what I mean? And the way that we are being rage baited online, we're being baited in the streets. They want civil rights so bad. I seen the video of an African girl saying, no, ICE is misidentified African Americans. They're locking them all up. And take them where? To Georgia? You know what I mean? That certain level of fear, y'all are trying to figure out what will it take for us to gain some certain level of fear, because then we will respond. We won't have it because we're home. I honestly really feel like I'm living in the Matrix. You literally have people who came over here and gentrify our neighborhoods. Just look at the conception of these neighborhoods that they are online crying about. Like, oh my God, you guys, these people are just going to be displaced. Like the people that was first living there. You know what I mean? It's like y'all do these things where y'all want to say, we've been in these neighborhoods for 40, 50 years. Who the fuck was in it before you? Y'all did not come to vacant land. You did not come to vacant country. You did not move to vacant parts of this land. You know what I mean? I'm going to need y'all to pick your pride up off the floor, and men in particular. I don't care what nobody say. When it comes to strength of any culture, you feel what I'm saying? Man, you got to lead. How the fuck is y'all like trying to be somebody else, and y'all wondering why y'all women run amok? Y'all wondering why y'all women come over here and they want white men specifically. You know what I mean? They want a savior. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all got to look at why y'all women be on here talking so cuckoo and want to be Black American women so bad. As a man, I would feel some kind of way. Especially as a man of that culture. You know what I mean? I can tell you how I would feel if a Black American got on here and said, I'm Haitian. But what the fuck you mean? What the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck you trying to say about our culture? What the fuck you got going on? But see, y'all don't feel that because y'all suck.
Shout out to our sister. And why the hell a shower shorty is wild. Shower shorty is wild. David, as soon as he's seen her, he's oh my. Salute to our sister Angelic in the building. Much love to you, as well as Nightfall. B1 to you both. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Y'all wild for that. Family, because we're standing on business, because of sisters like this and brothers and sisters like you, do you know we got these people running around here saying things like FBAs are taking away the fun of being black in America? Yes, absolutely. If you think I'm lying, I'm about to prove myself right. Hold up. Let me pull this down for a hot second. Peep this tether right here, running around looking like Isaac Hayes III. Isaac Hayes III here. Or would he be Isaac Hayes III Jr.? Would that make him a fourth? Anyway, he's saying we're destroying blackness in America. Let's go.
The FBAs have taken the joy out of being black in America.
Let's stop there for a hot second. He starts off, the FBA are taking the joy out of being black in America. Well, what was the joy of being black in America? Coming here, benefited off of us while disrespecting us? Was that your joy? Because that's why we cut it off. The fact that you guys were coming here, disrespecting us, but still benefiting for the things that we fought for. So what joy do you speak of? Shout out to our brother William. He says, we are taking away the tether welfare. Exactly. That's the joy that we're taking away. The joy of being a leech and being able to suck the lifeblood out of the host in which you're stuck to or which you're tethering on to. Let's get into it. I'm gonna let the rest play uninterrupted because I want you to get the full scope of this guy.
The FBAs have taken the joy out of being black in America. There was a time where any black person who came to America from any part of the world was proud to be black, was proud to join the African Americans, was proud to join.
I know I said I was going to let it play through, but we got to stop there just for a second. We all seen all the people who come here and say, me no black, me no black, me no black. I'm not black. I'm Ghanaian. Me no black. Me Dominican papi. I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. I'm not black. I'm Trinidadian. There's documented evidence all online. Why do these people think that they could just come out lying to us? Easily debunkable.
Our brothers and sisters in solidarity against any form of racism and bigotry in America. But because of the FBA, the joy of being in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in the fight for freedom and justice and equality has basically dissipated. And it's a sad turn of events in America. The FBAs.
Oh, sister, he ain't FBA. He got that hard, thick African accent. Hard, thick. Pause. Shout out to our sister, Faith Speaks Life. She said, great. Leave lying mother trucker, because y'all ain't start claiming black until 2024. Sloppy hitting peen hex on everything. thing. Shout out to you, my sister, 100-fold. Shout out to Hebrew Native as well. You lie. Niggas is happy as hell and full of joy. We out here doing our little line dances and stuff like that. Where them fans at? Your ass is extra super depressed because you ain't black. Akata, none, nigga. Shout out to you, family. Family, because we're standing on business and we're calling out all the shenanigans and chicanery and all the nonsensical tether babble, we're taking their joy away from them. We're taking the joy of being black in America away from them. You know why? Because these folks know that America is the best place for any black person overall. And when I say overall, I mean overall. No matter where you go, there is not a better place for a black person to go to. And they know this. Shout out to our sister Val Hawkins in the building. Much love to you, sister. Thank you for being here. Let me show you this clip here. Like I said, they know exactly what it is.
One of the saddest realizations I had after visiting multiple countries was that as a black person, the United States is genuinely the best that it gets. It was shocking to have that discovery. Legit, even the white people here are the best that it gets. I'm talking the way that we discuss racism, the way that it is handled here, even the way that we talk about misogyny, y'all. It's leap years ahead of other countries. And definitely the main reason has made it untenable to ignore the systems of oppression. They have put to words these systems, and there is something really empowering about having words that describe your oppression. There's still a lot of ways to go, especially in regards to fat phobia, disability, and all those things. And speaking of disability, the way that we handle disability, my God, today. We are a deeply ableist country. But in comparison to other countries, one of the saddest realizations I had after visiting.
Family, like I said, they know. They know that this is the best country to be in. And as she said, it's because of us. It's because of foundational black Americans that this is the best country to come to as a black person around the world. And there are black continents. Well, there's a black continent and black countries. But everybody prefers to leave their continents and their countries to get over here to benefit off of what we fought for. Like she said, it was us that made it possible to call out these systems of oppression. It was us that made it possible for them to be able to even understand what fighting oppression looks like. So when people act like they don't know, when they say, oh, y'all act like America's the best country. No, we don't act like it. We know it is. And you know it is too. And that's why all of you keep on running your little asses over here. Let's be very clear about that. And not only do they know it in Africa, they know it in South America as well. Let's go here.
I'm a black person from South America, specifically from Colombia, and I want to say this. Black people from the US are on a different level. Like, we literally need to learn from you guys when it comes to racism, inclusion, and everything that gravitate around race. You guys are on another level, because how is it possible that in every commercial ad on television, in almost every commercial, in almost every movie or show that goes on nationwide in this country, I see a black person. That's lovely. We don't have that in Colombia. I'm a black person from South America, specifically.
I'm gonna be honest with you, shout out to him. At least he can see it. He's calling it out, you know. Now, I don't know if he's in America saying that, but, you know, they know. Oh, they know. They know who the fighters are. They know who the fleers are. They know who the top of the echelons is, and they know who the dirtiest of the mud is. That's why they hate us. Because they ain't us. They hate us because we're fighters. They hate us because we're innovators. They hate us because we're talented. They hate us because we're 180 degrees from what they are. And this ain't to denigrate all the people that support us outside of the country. No. And if I have to explain this, I'll explain it one more time for the people in the back of the room. Tether is an action word. You have to be deliberately working against the interests of foundational Black Americans while being in America, cosplaying as foundational Black Americans. And you don't really even have to be cosplaying foundational Black Americans. You being in America, benefiting off of what Black Americans has fought to get while trying to undermine us. That's the tether. For those in the back who don't know. But for all the on cold people that support foundational Black Americans in our move to make sure that we're respected in the land that we built, our ancestors built with their blood, sweat, and damn tears, then shout out to all of you. And if you guys call out your tethers, we won't have to do it. Let's just be clear about it. But until then, oh, it's call out Tether Central. I didn't pull the big pair of scissors like we're having a grand opening. But in fact, it's actually a grand closing because I'm cutting the tethered wires and letting them fall into the abyss. You're cutting the tether wires and letting them fall into the abyss. And while the tether is looking for a parachute, I'm shooting bows and arrows through every parachute that opened. Get your ass up out of here. I got a couple more clips I want to play for you, family, and then we're going to get up out of here. Let's go here. I love it when our sisters get out here and speak that hot fire. So we're going to go here now.
Another bit of propaganda that I'm not falling for is all them people who be making the videos talk about some, oh my gosh, I'm so hurt by diaspora wars. I'm so saddened by diaspora wars. Mind y'all, none of them are Black American, by the way. Y'all asses ain't hurt by no goddamn diaspora wars. Y'all hurt because somebody had convinced y'all previously that y'all was superior to Black Americans, and y'all didn't know that Black Americans was gonna hop off the motherfucking ropes and dog walk y'all ass for 40 days and 40 motherfucking nights. And we had told y'all repeatedly to leave us the fuck alone, but y'all didn't. Because we already told y'all we ain't got no goddamn stop button. When we told y'all when this motherfucking up is stuck, but y'all ain't believe that shit. Okay, we on day 39 in the midnight hour of us dog walking y'all asses, and now y'all want us to get the fuck up off of y'all, and y'all run around here talking about some damn, oh, I'm so hurt by diaspora wars. I'm so hurt by diaspora wars. If y'all was hurt by diaspora wars, then there would have been 70 years of xenophobia towards Black Americans. If y'all was hurt by diaspora wars, y'all would have G-checked your parents a long fucking time ago when they were saying all that fucked up shit about Black Americans. Okay, that they instilled and conditioned you to believe, and now you out here getting your goddamn ass whooped for the shit that your parents taught you. Because the truth of the matter is, okay, Black Americans, due to American imperialism, which of course y'all hate because all America destabilized our countries and shit, whatever. But due to American imperialism, Black Americans ended up being like at the forefront of Blackness, even though we didn't actually sign up to be at the forefront of Blackness because of the way that America wanted to spread their reach. Right. So we ended up getting thrown out there in ways that we didn't even know we was getting thrown out there. Right. Like we didn't know that they was all over the world showing y'all 10% of our fucking population that live in the hood. Then y'all sit up here and try to be like, oh, America gave y'all propaganda about us too. No, y'all are actually the minority of your population. Okay. Because majority of your population is in poverty and America showed us y'all in poverty. Okay. Y'all coming out here to 20% of your fucking population and mad because nobody knows that y'all exist. Meanwhile, y'all paint us all as the majority of our population when the minority of our population is in poverty. The minority of our population is in the hood. The minority of our population are gangbangers, dealers, hookers and pimps and shit. Okay. That's not the same fucking shit at all.
Hold on real quick. I gotta address this. She looked like she could make some good chicken, but be mad when people ask her to make it all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you, family. She looked like she could cook her ass off. I'm just gonna put it out there. She looked like she could cook her ass off. The other sister looked like she could cook her ass off too. Glamour, she looked like she could cook her ass off as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to the both of them. You know.
I want us to live in the negative stereotypes of our country and our people, but y'all don't want to live in the negative stereotypes of your country and your fucking people, right? Which essentially is just a situation of y'all can dish it, but y'all can't take it. Because y'all didn't have a problem. Y'all wasn't hating diaspora wars when motherfuckers was calling us a cotton picker slaves and all that other bullshit y'all had going on. Okay, that's the truth of the motherfucking matter. Okay, but Black Americans tell y'all we be nice, and that's the thing about it. And then y'all don't want to be honest about the fact that because we had the platform, we didn't ask for the platform. We ended up with the platform, but when we realized we had the platform, we literally shared the platform with y'all. Okay, and when we gave y'all the platform, what did y'all decide to do with it? Y'all decided to use the platform to kick Black Americans back in publicly and privately. Okay, y'all did this shit on. Soon as y'all got enough Wi-Fi, y'all motherfuckers had 3 goddamn bars, and the first thing you wanted to do was throw Black Americans under the bus because y'all was trying to build up your self-esteem, build up your credentials, and build up your worth off our back, off of kicking us down. Okay, Black Americans don't have to turn nobody down to get attention. We don't have to turn nobody down to get hype. Okay, we are fucking hype, and we believe we was fucking hype even when motherfuckers thought we wasn't. Okay. We don't have to throw y'all ass under the bus. We don't have to say, oh my gosh, Nigerians are such and such and such and such, and that's why Black Americans are better. Jamaicans are such and such and such and such. That's why Black Americans are better. Ghanaians are this, Nigerians are that, Sierra Leoneans are this, Congolese is that. That's why Black Americans are better than them, and that's why y'all should choose Black Americans because we are this and that and this and that and this and that. That ain't never been our game. That ain't never been our motherfucking CeeLo. And can't none of y'all say it is. Can't none of y'all say it is. Okay, so at the end of the day, y'all played a stupid game, y'all won a stupid prize, and y'all did not expect that Black Americans would 1, dog walk y'all ass, and 2, okay, skull drag y'all ass from the window to the motherfucking wall. Okay, like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Okay, and y'all didn't expect that we would break up with the diaspora. We would walk the fuck away from y'all ass. Okay, if you're sitting up here talking about I'm so hurt by that diaspora wars and bitch, get you some goddamn Kleenex and motherfucking chin up, chest out, bitch. Have a good day.
Hey, shout out to that sister, and I'm gonna tell you what, she said something that was so on point that I will not be letting go. She said, "When it's up, it's stuck. Ain't no coming down. Ain't no coming down. You should have left us alone. You should have been respectful, been respectable, and none of this would be happening. You should have just stayed out of our business and left us to our own devices. If you didn't want to rock with us, cool, but don't rock against us." There's a saying that says, and I want to make sure I get this right, if you don't want to help, that's fine. Just don't hurt. These people make it clear that they don't want to help and they have no problem hurting. Yeah, family, we done got real on code with cutting off the nonsense. And like our sister Cooking with Miss D said, without a life jacket, you're just getting tossed in the water. I hope you can swim. You better watch for the sharks. You know, the great whites that you like to be around so much. Yeah, them. Shalom and salute to our sister Tampa Bay in the house. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. I want to end this off here. I'm gonna pull up another sister. Like I said, I love it when the sisters get the cooking because that pisses off the tether more than anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why they can't stand our women. It's because our women is stronger than their women could ever be. One, and two, our women don't play that shit. All right, they don't take it and they don't play it. They think that you're supposed to bow down to them because they're the man. Our sisters will tell you to go kick rocks and bend the corner. Let's go here.
The scariest monster this Halloween? It ain't hiding under your bed. It's the tether trying to crawl into your skin and live your life. Jordan Peele warned you and us, there's always somebody lurking underground, watching your every move, waiting to swap places. That wasn't fiction. That was prophecy. Because foundational Black Americans built the rhythm, the flavor, the language, the whole damn cultural frequency the world moves to. And what's been haunting us since the beginning? People who want to steal that shine and put our face on their mask. Think about it. They ask, where's your culture? While rocking our slang, our beats, our braids, our barbecue. That's not curiosity, that's cosplay. It's Halloween every day when you're a tether. Flip-flops on, pretending to be regal while side-eyeing the very people they imitate. Foo-foo in one hand, oxtails in the other, calling us lost, while they stay lost in our playlists. And the spookiest part? The replacement game. Nigerians pushed into corporate boardrooms as the new model minority. Caribbeans put in place to run our cultural institutions. Native Americans teaming up with outsiders to erase us from our own homeland. White folks bleaching out the narrative so hard they'll call us Afro-Indigenous, while ignoring that they're Siberian European hybrids with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's the real horror movie. Foundational Black Americans getting replaced in our own story, while the tethers rehearse our lines. But here's the truth the shadows can't kill. You can mimic, you can mock, you can march in our costumes, but you can never manufacture melanin memory. You can't fabricate the soul that came out the Delta, the gospel wail, the jazz improvisation, the hip-hop freestyle that shakes continents. That's not imitation material. That's ancestral encryption. So as we kick off this month of FBA horror, remember, the real boogeyman isn't hiding in a closet. It's sitting on TikTok live, arguing in flip-flops, claiming your culture while begging to eat at your table. They'll call us shadows, slaves, akata, but the only thing they fear more than our presence is our proof. And that's why they copy. That's why they tether. That's why they haunt. Because deep down, they know. Foundational Black Americans aren't just survivors in this horror flick. We're the writers, we're the directors, and everybody else, just background actors in our haunted house. So welcome to night one of FBA horror. The tether's mask is slipping. And the scariest thing about a shadow, when it realizes it can't exist without the light.
Shout out to Jasmine. Much love to her. And much love to that video clip there. I know she used ChatGPT to do that. That was that's her little stick she likes to do with the ChatGPT, and I love it. You know, especially that photo that she did. That right there that's boss. I love that because that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they do. And when I say did, they tried to put our sister Janet Jackson to the side for Kamala Harris. Y'all remember that? They was trying to throw Janet Jackson under the bus, FBA royalty, for Kamala Harris. Family, in closing, I really want to stress that most of these people are some sort of op. Whether they're working with the alphabet organizations over here in America, or whether they're being paid by different countries to target us in Africa. Many of these people are so unserious. And they know that they're so unserious. But they gotta push the line. That's why when you get on TikTok, no matter, you can go through 100 different tethers and they're all using the same talking points. You can't be using the same talking points and you're 100 different people. That would imply that someone is giving you those talking points. Let's be very clear about that. And let's be clear that these people really don't give a damn about us. They only give a damn about the opportunity that this country provides, that we provided. They only care about making sure that they have good standing. They don't care about the collective like we've been caring about the collective since we was released, or excuse me, since we fought our way out of slavery, not even released, fought our way out of slavery, fought through the Black Codes, Jim Crow, fought through the civil rights. They're only here for one reason and one reason only: to take your place. And we all have collectively said it in the words of our great sister, Whitney Houston. Oh, hell to the no. Shut it down. With that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get some message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click the link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, a little house cleaning real quick. After, it's either going to be today or tomorrow, I'm going to go through the chat and I'm going to drop a couple of wrenches on some people. Use them wisely. With great wrenches come great torque. Much love to all of you, family. Thank you to everybody who's donated, whether by Super Chat, Cash App, or anything else. Much love to all the members, all the mods, and everybody who's here today. Much love to everybody who's going to catch this on the replay. Shout out to our brother Rashad Wallace. Much love to you. Now, family, I will see you guys over at Brother Alpha's live. It should be starting right about now. So much love to each and every one of you. And the doors of the church are now closed. Don't let these people play in your face. Peace, family.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever can't stand us black people, he doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing, us black people going to survive. Yeah. So fuck everybody. I'm out.